8th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Stand for pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carl will start with roll call. Brett Mydell. Present. Barb Williams.
Present.
Matt Benoit. Present. Tim Snelsky present. I move that we make a amendment to the agenda. We'll make that number 2, and we'll make the public hearing number 3. The appointment of secretary for the zoning board of appeals. Anyone want to volunteer? Brett is volunteering. Anyone else?
Do you need to volunteer?
No. No one else wants to do it, we can appoint him. Everyone good with that? Yes, sir. Okay. Brett? Here you go. All right, public hearing, zoning variance on setback requirements for the sidewalk along Health Street on parcel number 260633103034 Redwood Living. You want to come up and present or speak?
So the village received an application to build a new single-family home at the address just said. And basically, the reason the application is being brought to the zoning board is because it doesn't meet the front yard setback requirements. So the proposed home is located on a corner lot. For that reason, it's required to comply with front setback requirements on both streets. So normally a house on a side street would only have to comply with that front setback in the front. They're considered to have 2 front yards even to the side. So they're required to do 25 feet on both. They've complied with 25 feet along Main Street. They just want to do 24 on Health. So long story short, in our review, we did go ahead and say that we recommend approval just because we think the intent of the ordinance has been met. It is a particularly narrow lot. The surrounding properties all have close setbacks that match the one being proposed. And I will say, just because we're new to doing variances for the village and things like that, or variance reviews, we're not a group that's just coming in here to tell you to approve anything. We're not sticklers and telling you not to approve anything, obviously, either. Everything's context-based with the variance, and we think that in this context, it makes sense to approve it. With that said, it is totally up to you. That was just our recommendation. And I think that the group might be here to talk if you want to take any questions from me or them.
Thank you. Discussion? Questions?
I've got a couple questions.
For the applicant or the owner?
You want to come up? Please.
Angelo De Santos, I'm the property owner of the lot we're talking here.
Joseph Zavolio, the builder.
My question is really just boiling down to what steps were taken as the applicant and the builder to try to avoid requesting this variance.
They particularly wanted a ranch off the get-go, but we're finding out about the corner lot, like she brought up, the other side setback was, we were encroaching 10, 15 feet by the ranch, so we even had to change the model of the home, to a narrower home, a colonial now.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, we can't get anything skinnier to make, it'd be more presentable in that fashion.
Is it not possible
To do a there'd be a detached garage, but an attached garage with the home would be more valuable for him, and that's what we were going with that.
I can understand that. Personally, we just built a home in the village ourselves, So I completely understand where you're coming from. I just question how personal need and desire fits in with a variance request. There are several practical difficulties that need to be met when approving a variance, and I question a couple of them, specifically the practical difficulty relating need for the variance was self-created. You did not create the dimensions of the property, you purchased it that way, so I sympathize with you there, but you are creating the dimensions and the floor plan of the home. So if there isn't a way, or a floor plan that exists, or a modification of the floor plan that could exist, that could comply with the zoning ordinances as they sit, I question that you actually meet the standards for the variance itself. The other issue that I have is that, as Representative for our planning mentioned, the lot itself is somewhat narrow compared to other lots, other corner lots, but it's not unique at all in the fact that all of these other lots also need to comply with the 25-foot setback. So based on the fact that having dual setbacks like this is not unique, and that I do feel like the issue of needing the variance is somewhat self-created, I honestly question whether or not to approve this. I sympathize personally, as I said, but I'm concerned that all of the requirements here are not met.
I can say in the past, we have gave this, not even the corner lots. In the Core Park, we approved this. It was like a 3-car garage we were putting in, and they didn't meet the 25, it was a 24-foot. So this isn't anything new for us to approve. I understand what you're saying though, but this has the same setback has been approved in the past.
I mean, also, we're trying to build a long, just to try to keep it, you know, because we're gonna go with range, trying to keep it with the new neighborhood, be with the one next door to one next door to
Right. And with Redwood coming in right back there, they are redoing that whole road there, putting in a new sidewalk.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean, he's gonna get rid of the gravel parking lot there, you know, according to the plan, so I mean, it's
We didn't update everything on the plot plan, we wanted to make sure this was gonna come through. Obviously.
No, I get it, yeah, I see
Everything-
everything in red, yeah, I see that. And I know our planner will make sure all that stuff.
Just building that wall was a little narrow.
Yeah, just,
It's a narrow lot.
yeah,
You're not gonna put
putting
everything on
mobile
there.
home there, all of a sudden, look,
Right,
nice going home, nice stuff.
I agree.
That's what, I got my thoughts.
We do have a picture.
Yeah, no, I see you hold up, yeah, I like it.
We are talking about 1-foot variance,
1 foot.
which with a corner lot can also be a tad bit tricky anytime, you know, there's any fences, there's no.
I don't focus so much on what's being asked in terms of the one single foot. If they were asking for 10 feet, then the question would come into play if a lesser amount would satisfy the need for the variance, and we could have had that discussion. So I don't question the 1 foot specifically, I just question in general whether or not all the practical difficulty standards have been met. But based on what you're saying, it almost sounds as if there's a legal precedent that's been set by the ZBA previously that regardless of whether or not you may meet practical difficulty standard, we're obligated to approve it at this point. So I'm not sure that there's a good answer there.
I know.
Yes, like you said, I mean, I've seen a couple of subs, I know this area for 20 years, and I've seen a couple that are just real close, I mean, it's just 1 foot, man.
Even the house that's right on the other side, that was the blue house right there, how close is that to the street?
Which one?
The blue house is right on the other side.
That
The
one
other
was
side.
15, that's, my dad owns that.
Oh, yeah.
I own that one too.
I mean, that house is like right on top of the street.
Yeah, that one.
I mean, it's,
That's, you know, because they're building the sidewalk there now, so it's like,
right, yeah, there's,
yeah, so that's where it comes, it's just so difficult if you want to, you know, we're trying to stay bases where it's going to look nice growing homes, Main Street, you know.
now is that whole lot from Main to Redwood yours?
Yes.
Okay.
200 feet.
So that's just we're all on the same property right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's just the whole property.
Okay.
Trying to keep the whole property, just building our own in front, keeping, not long, yard for my kids.
I get it.
Maybe we could shift the house back a little bit, or if it's too close to the road on Main Street, we could shift the house back.
Well, no, you make the requirement there,
Yeah, right.
so that's not,
Exactly, okay.
that's not a question.
Yeah, and then other, they need so narrow that it's not.
Yeah, putting a ranch on that lot is not good.
No. But that's why, yeah, we changed it to this amount of home here.
And you know, they have been approved twice to build out there. The two building inspectors, one of them named was Jack, the other one they approved it to build a house there. And then when Redwood came, they changed. It was what, like 40 years when
Yeah,
the first guy approved the building?
yeah, but,
And we had a meeting about 3 months or so ago. He said he didn't see nothing wrong.
Are you one of the residents in that area? Okay.
And went sold the property.
Oh, okay, nice, okay.
Okay.
appreciate it, thank you.
So this does not impact the sidewalk? Nothing on the side of it?
No,
Just
the sidewalk still has to comply with
Right,
ADA,
yeah, okay.
so it'll still be the 5-foot sidewalk. I believe Redwood's doing that, right?
5 foot and then 5 foot, yeah.
Yeah.
5 foot grass, street grass, and then 5 foot sidewalk.
He says that sidewalk's going in now. Does that have to go in now while they're finishing? Because he says they cut the sidewalk and,
Yeah, they cut the whole street.
because we don't want to, if you guys,
No, I believe that's probably part of their approval, is to do that sidewalk. It's probably part of Redwood's approval, just like I think they had to tie in, I think that's why they tore the street out, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did the main, main water.
You own the property right next, your family owns the property right next door?
Yes.
You said,
across the street.
across the street.
What next, go on the other side.
I know, this side, other side,
This
this one here.
this is the one
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
the west side, yeah.
This house here is only probably about 15 foot,
Got it.
so it's not,
Yeah, it's got the side, yeah, and then some of that's just how it was,
Yeah.
developed its own ways of time. I,
yeah, I mean, it's either any other questions or we can make a motion.
I don't have any other questions.
Well, I make a motion to approve it.
motion approved as well,
So you're seconding,
seconding,
and call for roll call?
and for roll call. Barb Williams?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or yes. Wait, because you said roll call.
No.
No.
Ken Watts? Yes?
No.
No. Thames Novosky?
Yes.
And I, Brent Nibel, yes.
Motion passes. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's see, motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Anyone motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.